Time for a lectionary reading for Friday, March 4th. Today we have, what do we have? We have Psalm 91, verses 1 and 2, and then 9 to 16. We've got Exodus 6, 1 to 13, and Acts 7, 35 to 42. Acts is, of course, the continuation of the story of Stephen's sermon, Stephen's witness before he gets stoned. Now, normally, this is day 2 with Psalm 91, and normally we would do the message. However, this way they've got it broken up with verses 1 and 2 and then 9 to 16, the message doesn't break the verses out the same way. So the message is pretty much one long passage. So I'm trying to keep to what the lectionary has in this case, so I'm going to read it from the Common English Bible today. Psalm 91, 1 to 2. Psalm 91 in the NRSV has the heading of Assurance of God's Protection. Living in the Most High's shelter, camping in the Almighty's shade. I say to the Lord, you are my refuge, my stronghold. You are my God, the one I trust. By the way, the Almighty's, it's got a footnote on it here. It's the Hebrew word Shaddai. Now, you've probably heard that. Amy Grant had that very famous song about El Shaddai. So that's another one, a name for God that they use, the Almighty Shaddai. All right, continuing on. Because you've made the Lord my refuge, the Most High, your place of residence, no evil will happen to you. No disease will come close to your tent, because he will order his messengers to help you, to protect you wherever you go. They will carry you with their own hands, so you don't bruise your foot on a stone. You'll march on top of lions and vipers. You'll trample young lions and serpents underfoot. God says, because you are devoted to me, I'll rescue you. I'll protect you because you know my name. Whenever you cry out to me, I'll answer. I'll be with you in troubling times. I'll save you and glorify you. I will fill you with old age. I'll show you my salvation. Exodus 6. Israel's deliverance assured. Then the Lord said to Moses, now you shall see what I will do to Pharaoh. Indeed, by a mighty hand he will let them go. By a mighty hand he will drive them out of his land. God also spoke to Moses and said to him, I am the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as God Almighty. Again, El Shaddai. But by my name, the Lord, I did not make myself known to them. Now that's Yahweh. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob knew him as El Shaddai, but not as Yahweh. I also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land in which they resided as aliens. I've also heard the groaning of the Israelites, whom the Egyptians are holding as slaves, and I have remembered my covenant. Say therefore to the Israelites, I am the Lord, and I will free you from the burdens of the Egyptians and deliver you from slavery to them. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and with mighty acts of judgment. I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. You shall know that I am the Lord your God, who has freed you from the burden of the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land that I swore to give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you for a possession. I am the Lord. And Moses told this to the Israelites, but they would not listen to Moses because of their broken spirit and their cruel slavery. And then the Lord spoke to Moses, go and tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to let the Israelites go out of his land. Moses spoke to the Lord, the Israelites have not listened to me. How then shall Pharaoh listen to me, poor speaker that I am? The actual Hebrew is me, I am uncircumcised of lips. Thus the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and gave them orders regarding the Israelites and Pharaoh, king of Egypt, charging them to free the Israelites from the land of Egypt. when you get into studying the names of God, because in the Old Testament, God was known by different names: El Shaddai, Elohim, Yahweh. Um, it's really kind of fascinating stuff when you start digging into it. But according to this passage, he had not made it when he made himself known to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It was by El Shaddai, not by Yahweh. All right, Acts. This is Stephen's sermon, witness. How do you phrase it? His speech to the council when he was accused of. He was arrested, and then they secretly instigated some men to say, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and God." They set up false witness, said, "This man never stopped saying these things against this holy place and the law, for we have heard him say, this Jesus of Nazareth will destroy this place, and will change the customs that Moses handed on to us." And all who sat in the council looked intently at him, and they saw that his face was like the face of an angel, which gets into, and then he starts this speech. We had part of it yesterday, but had today, and we all know the fate of Stephen. He ends up being stoned. Essentially the first martyr for Jesus. Okay, Acts 7:35-42. It was this Moses whom they rejected when they said, "Who made you a ruler and a judge?" And whom God now sent as both ruler and liberator through the angel who appeared to him in the bush. He led them out, having performed wonders and signs in Egypt, at the Red Sea, and in the wilderness for 40 years. This is the Moses who said to the Israelites, "God will raise up a prophet for you from your own people, as he raised me up." He is the one who was in the congregation in the wilderness with the angel who spoke to him at Mount Sinai and with our ancestors. And he received living oracles to give us. Our ancestors were unwilling to obey him. Instead, they pushed him aside, and in their hearts they turned back to Egypt, saying to Aaron, "Make gods for us who will lead the way for us. As for this Moses who led us out from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has happened to him." At the time, they made a calf, offered a sacrifice to the idol, and reveled in the works of their hands. But God turned away from them and handed them over to worship the host of heaven, as it is written in the book of the prophets. "Did you offer to me slain victims and sacrifices 40 years in the wilderness, O house of Israel?" All right. That's it for today. I'll see you guys later.